This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. The laws are getting more strict for people who use their boats in and around one of the waterways on Anna Maria. City commissioners approved an ordinance that bans watercraft near a popular park. ABC7's Rick Adams has more details.
Well, Bayfront Park here in the city of Anna Maria is a place where people come to relax and have a good time. A new ban on watercrafts here is being met with some mixed reaction. Boats and other watercrafts, such as jet skis, are now banned from exceeding idle speed in an area of Tampa Bay adjacent to Bayfront Park in Anna Maria. It's an ordinance City Commissioners recently approved. For Sid Marie and her family, they visit the park many times each month. They tell us they are happy about the new ordinance, especially for safety reasons.
I feel like it's good because a lot of families come here and a lot of children come here. And sometimes jet ski, they just fly by when it's around.
This ordinance also prohibits watercraft from launching or anchoring their vessel at Bayfront Park. Someone who is not happy about this ordinance is Russell Cascardo. He owns a few homes in the area and he also owns a boat and a jet ski.
I'm not too happy about it. I think the beaches should be enjoyed by everybody. I believe all boaters and watercraft personnel have to take courses. I think they're very responsible. I think the beaches should be shared with everybody.
Currently, jet skiers and boaters are being educated on this ordinance. Violators of the watercraft ban at Bayfront Park could face a fine of up to $500. And no one from the city was available to come on camera to comment. We're being told this ordinance will not be enforced until the state gives the okay on it. Reporting from Anna Maria, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Rick. A Sarasota woman is behind bars charged with animal cruelty after her dog was turned into deputies, emaciated and malnourished. 21-year-old Brittany Osborne is facing felony charges of animal cruelty and confinement of animals without water or food. 2 weeks ago, the dog, Adria, was extremely thin. Now, after a little love and a lot of food, she has gained some weight and she is well on her way to recovery. The dog was brought to Sarasota County Sheriff's Office as a reported stray, but after some digging, investigators realized that was not the case. The woman who claimed to have found the dog was Osborne's friend. When questioned, the woman confessed to getting the dog from Osborne, claiming she was helping her get rid of it because it needed some assistance.
Well, what we'd like to do is adopt her out from the facility here. We've already changed her name. She's now known as Hope, and giving her that chance of, hope that she has a better life than the life that she had thus endured.
Hope is not quite ready for adoption just yet, but she will be soon. Deputies say she is recovering very well. A married couple is behind bars after detectives connected them to a large delivery of methamphetamine. Detectives identified Joshua DeCoyer as the man responsible for having 113 grams of meth delivered to a Sarasota home. He and his wife, Tasha Guerrero, were both arrested and taken to the Sarasota County Jail. According to deputies, detectives found additional meth, pills, and drug paraphernalia in their possession during a search. Both have previous drug offenses and charges, and they remain in custody without bond. Good news for those looking to rent property on the Suncoast. New numbers show that rental rates have actually fallen almost 3%. Real Property Management of Sarasota and Manatee's quarterly statistics report found the average monthly rent for single-family homes on the Suncoast is $1,700. That is a 2.9% decrease over the last year. Nationally, there was a 1.7% rental increase. Governor Rick Scott making some moves affecting the Suncoast all the way from Tallahassee today. The governor is appointing Scott Hopes to the vacant Manatee County School Board seat. Hopes is the chairman of CliniLink and is the CEO of Healthcare Management Decisions. He received his bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees from USF. His term will run through November of 2018. Well, we are just moments away from the weekend, so we need to get a check on our forecast and head over to Steve, who's in for Bob.
It's already the weekend in my mind and a lot of our minds, and I've got to warn you, first off, overnight tonight, we could have some storms rumble in, including tomorrow morning. Could be a very wet start to the morning, but we shall see about that. These storms beginning to blossom, and it's just primed out here, ready for more to develop in the overnight hours. There's a trough of low pressure right across the northern Gulf of Mexico, a lot of instability offshore, and that should produce some storms. Let's take a look at the overnight high-resolution futurecast. Look at them emerging off the coast, some of them moving inland, 7, 8, 9 in the morning, 10, 11. So if this is right, we could have some scattered showers off and on through the morning, not only just the afternoon. Temperatures cooling off into the mid and upper 70s overnight, and the chance of precipitation seems to peak up on the RPM model 6 to 9 a.m. at 50%. Our full forecast and a look at this very complicated weather pattern coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Steve. Tonight, Sean Spicer speaking out for the first time since resigning as White House press secretary. We're also hearing from the man taking over the White House communications team. This shakeup, the result of a very frustrated President Trump, whose administration has been clouded by that Russia investigation. ABC's Brian Clark has the latest.
The Washington Post reports that U.S. spy agencies have reportedly intercepted conversations by the Russian ambassador Sergei Kislyak, telling his superiors in Moscow that he discussed policy issues important to the Russians with Jeff Sessions during the 2016 presidential race. Sessions has denied that any such conversation took place. The alleged revelations come amidst a shakeup in the White House communications office. White House press secretary Sean Spicer telling his side of the story to Sean Hannity tonight.
He wanted to bring some new folks in to help rev up the communications operation. And after reflection, my decision was to recommend to the president that I give Anthony and Sarah a clean slate to start from.
The hire was made with several in the West Wing, including Spicer, caught off guard. While he left the building, Scaramucci wasting no time stepping to the podium.
I think there's been, at times, a disconnect between the way we see the president and how much we love the president.
And making personnel announcements.
Sarah's going to be the press secretary, right?
Scaramucci is a Wall Street veteran and Trump donor with no communications experience aside from being a regular Trump defender on TV. Spicer had a feisty relationship with the press from day one of his 6-month tenure, and he was skewered on Saturday Night Live.
Now I'd like to begin today by apologizing on behalf of you to me.
Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
2 decades after his infamous double murder trial, O.J. Simpson is in the spotlight once again. The former football star will soon be a free man. A Nevada parole board deciding to release the now 70-year-old 9 years into his 33-year sentence for a 2007 robbery in a Las Vegas casino. Not factored into the parole decision, the 1994 murder of Simpson's ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman, which Simpson was infamously acquitted. Speaking at the hearing, one of Simpson's victims who made a plea on his behalf.
And he made a mistake. And if he called me tomorrow and said, Bruce, I'm getting out, will you pick me up? Juice, I'll be here tomorrow for you.
Simpson is now preparing for life on the outside. He could be released as soon as October 1st and may be moving to Florida. New York firefighters are being credited for responding to a disabled seaplane in a New York river. It landed in the East River around 5:30 today. The plane took off from East Hampton Airport 3 hours prior. It experienced some kind of trouble before the landing. The fire department says 10 people were taken off of the seaplane. It's not yet known if there are any injuries or what caused this incident. It's believed that Bill Lawrence, the creator of Scrubs, Cougar Town, Spin City, those shows, he may have been aboard that plane. Straight ahead, meteorologist Steve Newman will be back with the official Suncoast forecast, plus a Florida murder for hire case that gained national attention from the show Cops finally comes to a close. And a funding snag in the state dealing with human-bear interactions.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Well, Steve, I like your thinking when you said it's already the weekend, because for most people, we're one of the few, still working at this hour.
But everybody else, they're there.
They're in, weekend mode for sure.
We have a lot of thunder showers getting ready to move in tonight across the Suncoast. But today, look at our KCK webcam. It was a beautiful day. Some scattered thunderstorms out in the Gulf, or at least some towering cumulus clouds. You can see them out there, and at sunset. Boy, oh boy, what a beautiful sunset that is. You can see these little castles in the sky out here on the horizon. Part of that unstable air mass that's going to get more unstable as tonight goes on. Currently at Sarasota Bradenton Airport, it is 79 degrees. Our dew point is 74, humidity 84% with that east-southeast wind at 7 miles an hour. It's 80 degrees in Bradenton. I think the thermometer's stuck in Venice. It says it's 85. I bet they've had some showers down around Osprey. It's probably closer to 79 or 80. Our high today and last night's low pretty close to normal, within 2 degrees, and you can see the records as well. And the rainfall, I know a lot of you've got a lot of rain. Englewood got like over 4 inches of rain, but we didn't get that much at the airport. 13/100ths of an inch means we're still 1.5 inches below normal for the month and almost 3.5 inches below normal for the year. Now, here are the storms brewing out off the coast, and some are pretty heavy. At least one right now trying to come into Englewood. We had run around Osprey, but it's dissipated. And this storm just now moving across Manasota Key to Englewood is starting to throw down some positive lightning strikes. So that looks like that could be a dangerous storm for the next half hour, so be alert to that. It is dangerously hot in the Midwest. Temperatures soaring well over 100, up to 104, 105 tomorrow afternoon from Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and even St. Louis, 102. This is dangerous not only for humans, but for livestock. There are a lot of feeder lots out here in Kansas around Dodge City, and for the crops, the soybean, the wheat, and the corn crops. The longer it goes without rain and this kind of heat, the more crop damage that could occur. We really need to get this high pressure that's becoming locked in across the Midwest budged out, but with the jet stream so far north, 2/3 of the country is under the influence of that high pressure. But to the north of it, all week long, it's been one parade of storm after another coming from Montana, the northern Rockies. And tonight, Chicago is getting hammered again, not only with storms, but there's a flood watch and warnings effect across much of northern Illinois, because this is about the 3rd or 4th series of storms they've got. The Twin Cities up to Duluth also getting some strong storms tonight. You can see the severe thunderstorm watch boxes there, and we have another area of strong storms across North and South Dakota. Now let's take a look at the tropics. Fortunately, things are calming down. This is the time of year when we're peaking out on the dust coming in from the Sahara that is suppressing the development of tropical activity over the Atlantic. But that's going to end, I think, and by the first or second week of August, we could see more development, and that does nothing but increase generally during August into September when we reach the height of our hurricane season. Now, you can see that trough of low pressure over the northern Gulf, and it's just swirling around there, bringing in a lot of moisture and unstable air. And our forecast shows that continues through tonight, although this model doesn't pick up the overnight storms. It does pick up some for tomorrow afternoon and evening, and more storms developing on Sunday as well. But I think we're going to see some overnight tonight. You may be hearing claps of thunder that you really don't want to hear. Showers and possible storms waking you up in the middle of the night with our low temperature of 76, average high 75. And it'll be hot and humid with more storms, high tomorrow 88. Here's your 7-day outlook showing that chance of rainfall kind of decreases as we come to Monday and Tuesday, but it's really a typical weather pattern for this time of year. I spoke with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. He's excited to get back here Monday, but he's had a great vacation, and I've enjoyed filling in for him all this week. Haley?
We've enjoyed you being here. Thank you, Steve. The video went viral and captured the nation's attention. A Florida woman caught on camera trying to hire a hitman to kill her husband. Today, there is closure to this saga as she learns her fate. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest.
My sentence is as follows.
It's 16 years in prison for Dalia DiPolito, the former escort now in shackles, found guilty in a murder-for-hire plot to kill her husband of 6 months, Michael DiPolito, in 2009. Her defense arguing for leniency.
Whether it be straight probation and no prison, which, like I said, I think that's what she deserves after what she's been through.
But prosecutors pushing for the maximum, 30 years.
She is the worst of the worst, and she deserves the maximum penalty punishable under the law.
Using her own words against her, Dalia on tape, hiring a hitman to kill her husband.
You know, he gets 2 in the head. That's it.
I'm positive, like 5,000% sure.
During her trial, Dalia said she was simply acting, and it was all part of a project that she, her then husband, and her former lover, Mohammed Shihadi, had written together.
The tape was a show, it was a tape. That was the purpose of it.
You were acting in those tapes?
Yes.
But that hitman, really an undercover cop. With police recording the whole thing, they pretended the hit worked, staging an elaborate crime scene and telling Dalia her husband had died. The jury believing that time, Dalia really was acting. Today's sentencing is years in the making. An initial guilty verdict in 2011 was thrown out over a tainted jury. Then a 2016 retrial resulted in a hung jury. Finally, in 2017, during her third trial, Dalia was found guilty again. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
Florida wildlife officials have less money this year to help communities afford bear-proof trash cans. Right now, local governments can apply for funding for the BearWise program to reduce human-bear conflicts. The agency has $515,000 to match with local government funding to help buy those bear-resistant cans and hardware. The amount is down from $825,000 last year. That's because the state was able to generate money from a controversial bear hunt in 2015. But the commission voted against holding a similar hunt in 2016 and 2017. Floridians have recovered more than $16 million from insurance companies over the first half of 2017 with the help of the taxpayer-funded Insurance Consumer Helpline. The helpline works on behalf of consumers who have disputes with their insurance companies regarding unpaid or underpaid claims, along with premium refunds. Many simple errors can happen when filing a claim, like forgetting to include photos or failing to sign the form. That can lead to a claim denial or getting back less money than expected.
We are there to represent the consumer's interest and to try to provide some expertise to maybe reach a middle ground between the insurance company and the consumer so that everybody feels that there is a fair and amicable resolution to whatever the issue may be.
Any Floridian who has a dispute with their insurance company can call the Insurance Consumer Hotline at 877-693-5236. More than 140,000 people have used the service so far this year, which works for any type of insurance issue. If you walk through downtown Sarasota, you may see some changes at Pineapple Park. The Mermaid Fountain has recently been restored, and as of tomorrow, the park will have a new name. The city is naming it after Mr. Downtown, Paul Thorpe. and they will host an official ceremony at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Manatee County is bridging the gap between the community and law enforcement. The county hosting its annual fishing tournament on Thursday with local kids ages 8 through 16 and officers with the Bradenton Police Department, Palmetto Police Department, Florida Fish and Wildlife, and Manatee County Sheriff's Office. The kids had some one-on-one time to get to know the officers. They also had some friendly competition in trying to catch the biggest fish. All kids were winners, though, in the end, and they were able to take home a new fishing pole. Fun time. We'll be right back with sports.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now, before it's too late.
Make us swim! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Now, sports.
The Tampa Bay Rays back home after climbing to just 2.5 games out of first place in the American League East. Tampa Bay facing that other team from the Lone Star State tonight, the Rangers. Alex Cobb looking to hand Texas its 6th straight loss, but the Rangers get on the board early. Top of the first, Elvis Andrus takes Cobb deep for his 12th homer of the year. It's 1-0 Rangers. Jumping ahead to the bottom of the fourth, same score, Yu Darvish on the mound, but Brad Miller changes things. He nails his 4th homer of the year over the center field wall to tie the score at 1. 2 innings later, the Rays jump ahead when Corey Dickerson hits his 18th bomb of the season off of Darvish. It is 2-1 Rays. Dickerson still on fire. However, the Rays give up the lead late. They end up losing the game in extra innings 4-3 after an infield RBI single off of by Andrews off of Brad Boxberger. With the loss, The Rays now 3 games back out of first place. The Red Sox have that spot. The two teams meet again tomorrow. First pitch is at 7:10. An American still leads after 2 rounds at the Open Championship in England. Jordan Spieth's 2016 Masters loss was drowned out like the rainstorm that rolled through during today's competition. Spieth's 69 has him at the top of the leaderboard at the Open by 2 shots. This is the 12th time he has led after a round of a major after his Masters and U.S. Open wins 2 years ago. One of the fastest men on land showing off his love of the water today in Sarasota. Former Indy 500 winner and current IndyCar driver Ryan Hunter-Reay spending the day at a Mercury Dealers event at Sarasota's Marina Jack. While he loves going fast out on the racetrack, when he's home in South Florida, Hunter-Reay spends as much time as he can relaxing on the water.
It's great to be back in Sarasota. I love the area, but this time I'm not here for racing. I'm here on the boating side, the pleasure side.
Hunter-Reay also showing off his new yellowfin fishing boat. It was built right here on the Suncoast. Pretty nice. That's a look at sports. We'll have our lotto numbers right after this.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
More than 160 white-bearded men are gathering in Key West for the 37th annual Papa Hemingway Look-alike Contest. The competition is a highlight of Key West's annual Hemingway Days Festival, honoring the writing talent who made the area home during the 1930s. The judging panel, get this, is made up of former Hemingway winners, so they know what they're doing here. Today begins the judging. The 2017 winner will be chosen during Saturday night's finals, so I guess it's an elimination. This is going to be hard to choose.
A lot of good-looking Hemingway lookalikes.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
And this is just a Key West classic for sure.
Well, we've got some scattered thunderstorms coming in, and we have an update on that futurecast that takes us through the night, showing that those storms out in the Gulf of Mexico could move ashore from time to time, especially during like the 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock hour. We'll follow that through you and give you any alerts should you need to hear it. And I'll be back in 2 weeks for Wendy, and at that time you will see a return of the clean-shaven, squeaky clean Steve with the baby face.
So you won't be entering the Hemingway contest because you're shaving your beard.
Enough of you don't like it, we're going to get rid of it.
Well, when you request, Steve listens, so if you have other requests, send them in. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.